Flipping on the grind.
What's going on? It's your boy Marcus Q with the Map Social presents the Dirty Laundry Podcast. We got a special situation going on tonight. It's gonna be a family feud situation. I got my sisters up in the building. I got my homie from way back, about 15 years now.
Yeah, about that long.
Yeah, we got Jasmine in the building. How you doing?
I'm good.
We got Shola in the building.
Hey.
And we got my boy Pat King in the building. Jasmine, we're gonna start with you. What's your generation, man?
What you mean, my generation?
Millennial.
Baby.
So what are you?
I guess that's not a millennial. Am I a millennial? Yeah.
She's a millennial. She don't know what she is, y'all.
I don't know.
Shola?
I'm a millennial.
Millennial. Pat? Back in 1933.
Yeah, I guess what you say? I'm Generation X.
We got a Gen X.
Generation
Okay.
X.
We gonna have the gloves on, but we gonna fight fair, okay?
Right.
Everybody gets an opportunity to speak. We started with relationships. I'm gonna ask y'all a few questions. We're gonna keep it light. Don't talk over anybody. Fair enough?
Right.
All right, we're gonna start here with relationships. Do you feel like, Jasmine, I'm speaking with you. Do you feel like relationships should be 50-50? It don't matter to you at all? Or men should be leading the whole situation, woman?
I don't think it's ever 50-50. I think it's give and take. Like sometimes I might be 60% and they're 40%, or they might be 80% and I'm 20%. I feel like you have to balance each other out.
What balances that out? Why would the percentages change? Based off what?
It could be anything. Like I might be dealing with something like stressful at work or like a loss of a family member or something, and I might need you to just bring that extra percentage that I'm lacking at the time, or vice versa.
So you kind of referring to emotional support, but typically,
It might be financial too.
okay.
Like if you lose your job and I'm still working, then I have to pick up that slack while you're not working. So it's different things. It might not be financial or emotional. It could be a number of different things.
Do you feel like there's ever a situation if you picking up the slack for your man? I'm assuming you straight. You like men. If you picking up your slack for your man, that you would lose respect for him for any time? If you picking up the slack consistently financially or being a stronger one, would you still maintain that respect for him?
100%.
Okay, I'm gonna circle back and call Cap on that one. Shola,
Believe me, he got a time limit. Believe me, he got a time limit.
yeah, we go get there. Shola, what do you think? 50-50, don't matter to you?
I think it should be 50-50.
Elaborate.
I think both people should share responsibilities in a relationship.
Okay, let's say somebody break into the house. It's your turn to go down there and protect. You down to do that?
If I have a weapon, I am.
So would you look at him differently if you had to go down there with the weapon?
Definitely not.
You would still look at him the same. Calling Cap on that. All right, Pat, I'm gonna give you an opportunity to respond to what they said before we get on what you think. But just respond to what they start with Jasmine. What do you think about what she said?
No, she had some good points. I mean, I don't believe no relationship is 50-50. I believe if anything needs to be done, then whoever can do it should do it. You know, like, I mean, it's no 50-50, but I believe that, like I was saying before, if somebody made more, I shouldn't make her pay 50-50 if she's not making as much as I'm making.
Okay.
You know, if I'm making the majority of the money, you know, just pay a light bill, pay 20-80.
As a man, do you get uncomfortable if you're not the financial breadwinner?
Hell no. Shit, if you want to pay everything, go ahead. But I'm saying as a man, I'm just gonna hold my own. I'm gonna hold my responsibility. I'm not gonna. I couldn't sit back and sit it, even if she wanted to. I'm gonna still, contribute.
Okay, you see where she said that she would still maintain a level of respect. You said there's a time limit. Elaborate on that.
No woman.
No woman.
After a certain while, and that's if that man is if she come home every day and he just laying on the couch playing the PlayStation. After a period of time, it's gonna be some problems.
Yeah. Any response to that?
Yes. So back to what I was saying. I'm not going to lose my level of respect if he's trying. If I'm working every day and I come home and you have done nothing, you haven't cleaned up, you haven't done like anything, and you sitting there playing a game all day, you haven't made an active effort to like better yourself or your situation, then I lose respect for that within him. Not because he's not working, because it might come a time where I might lose my job and I'm not working and I'm gonna need that same support.
Yeah.
And I would expect the same for him to lose respect for me if I'm not doing anything to better myself.
I would say from my learned experiences, a man has to lead, and if those situations happen because life happens, they shouldn't last long. A man should get on his business and make sure that he get out of that situation ASAP. The woman is absolutely gonna lose respect for him. She's not gonna like it. Even if the man is contributing around the household, doing dishes, cooking, and cleaning, she'll start to lose a level of respect for him because he's not maintaining frame. That's my learned experience, and that's what I believe
I
to be
agree
true.
with that.
You agree with that? So you said earlier, you said that if she won't pay everything, go ahead and let her. You think there's women out there like that, or that's a rarity?
Yeah, it's women out there like it, but that's based on the standard of man that they choose.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's some men that'll sit back and let the woman pay everything.
Yeah.
But I've been working since I was 14 years old. I don't know what that feel like not to work. But there are some guys out there, and I'm just kind of bullshitting when I say I'll sit back and let her
Yeah,
pay
I
everything.
figured you was.
Even if a woman volunteered, there's no way I could do that. I'd have to stand up and hold my own.
Yeah. Shirley, you got something to say?
No.
Are you sure? This is the space for it. It's a free forum.
I'm standing on
Free
what
forum.
I said.
I think relationships should be 50-50, and that's
Have you seen where that works?
yeah, my previous relationship.
Yeah. Y'all ever look on social media and you know people from high school, you know people that came up together and they got married, or y'all look at the long marriages, those marriages that are intact, or you look at a situation where the woman may be the breadwinner. Do y'all ever look at those situations, look at the men, and it kind of look like he losing himself, like kind of gaining weight, kind of just kind of on autopilot walking through life? Y'all see scenarios like that ever? Or
have.
do y'all feel like the man maintains frame when they have a bunch of kids and the woman the breadwinner? Do you feel like you kind of see him wasting away?
I feel like I've seen it both ways. I've seen it where the man was doing everything and the woman just had no drive other than just being at home and doing like the bare minimum. And the guy was frustrated in that situation because he felt like she wasn't on the same wavelength as him as far as like life goals. But like being stuck in a situation because you have kids is like that mindset.
Okay, I'm about to go around a circle. Do you think it's inappropriate to have rankings or have check boxes when you vetting your man or woman? Things you're looking for,
What you mean, like?
like attributes that you're looking for when you trying to vet somebody to be with them.
I mean, I feel like like everybody has certain things that they look for in a partner.
What? Okay, so what is? Give me your top three things that a man has to have, deal breakers. What do you look for in a man?
Deal breakers.
Yeah,
Like they have to have.
they have to have it, or you just can't do it, or you would like them to have. Let's say like them to have your ideal man. Start breaking it down. Give me three
I
things.
don't necessarily have like an ideal man. I feel like I'm pretty like fluid.
Just answer the question.
Okay.
Just answer the question.
I ain't got no type. No.
Go.
Everybody got time.
Yo,
I don't care.
your husband. Start describing him. Give me three things he gotta have.
Um,
It can be whatever you want.
I have to be like attracted to them.
What are you attracted to? Would you date a man shorter than you?
Yes.
Okay, so start naming things.
I mean, okay, shorter than me, he could be a certain height, but if I wear heels, I don't want to be like towering over him. But that's kind of hard for me because I'm only 5'3".
All right, we can't do this all day. Give me three things.
That's enough.
Give me, yeah, that's enough. Give me three things.
You have to be like goal driven. Like you have to like want something for yourself.
Meaning he has to make money.
No.
So he don't got to make what I think. This is what I think women do when they say goal driven and ambitious. Y'all talking about y'all want him to be financially stable.
No. I mean, obviously everybody wants to be financially stable, but if we're together and we're making money, it doesn't matter if I make more money or you make more money, as long as our bills is getting paid.
Okay, so goal driven and what else?
You have to be family oriented. That's a must for me.
That's a good one.
And then
Do you want kids?
I'm neither here nor there.
Red flag. Okay. All right. What's the third one?
I want to go back to the red flag comment.
We'll circle back to that. What's the third one? You got goal oriented, family oriented,
That's the
Top it off with
I
the third
gotta be
one.
attracted to them.
and they got to be attractive. And you kind
And
of
they gotta be funny and a good personality.
okay. You got three.
He said gloves. No, the gloves on.
Your turn.
On, and he said no interrupting.
I would say ambitious.
What does that mean?
It means if you have something that you like a hobby or a goal or any of those things that you want to be good at or work towards, you got to be doing everything that you can.
Okay,
to,
so ambitious. What you
Yeah.
got?
Honest.
Honest.
And I would have to say empathetic.
Empathetic. All right, what's yours? You got to give me 3, Pat.
I don't care about no money. Peace.
Peace.
Peace. Accountable. And third, just lift me up. Something I can't do for myself. When I'm feeling down,
Elaborate. Like, yeah.
like speak life into me. You can do it, baby. Keep up the good work.
So like a cheerleader.
Yeah, because I can do everything else myself. But that's the only thing you can't do to yourself.
What y'all think about what he said?
I think they're good. Those are good ones.
Y'all think y'all had those qualities?
I think I do.
You think you got peace?
Yeah.
You think you got peace?
I know I got peace.
You got accountability?
I definitely have accountability.
You got.
My thing is,
Would you cheer your man on? You could do it, baby.
Oh,
Yeah,
of
what
course.
is it?
When I say the word accountability, do you think that's a trigger word for women?
No, not for me.
What's accountability look like to you?
Take responsibility for your actions.
You too. That's what it means.
Yeah.
You think women do that majority of the time in relationships?
Most people don't, not just women.
I'm asking you about women.
No.
Don't you think men have to be held to a certain standard where they kind of forced into taking accountability? They have to do that as a man.
No.
I think everybody needs to take accountability.
Yeah. What does accountability look like to you, Pat?
Accountability look like to me like when you wrong, you wrong. For the sake of an argument, you have to understand. I can't speak for everybody, but I've been in a lot of situations where, man, it's like you could catch somebody dead to the wrong, and they still be like, I don't know what you're talking about.
I think if you expect somebody else to take accountability for their actions, you need to be willing to take accountability for your actions also. And most people are not like that. Most people expect their partner to be accountable for their actions, but they're not accountable themselves for their actions. So it has to be like.
One thing I think I like, so y'all know there's a lot of stuff going around like on YouTube that we don't cover this a lot, but like relationships and what a woman should do, the modern day thing and all of that. Do y'all think those forums are helpful, or is just people talking in circles?
They're not helpful.
No, it's just people talking and everybody's own opinions.
I think it's toxic and dangerous for.
You think it's toxic?
I think a lot of women are raising their kids to be men that they don't even want.
Yeah. I think you see that a lot in fatherless homes. This is what I think. Do y'all believe that Day Talk television way back since the dawn of time had always bashed men and nobody said anything?
I think they bash people evenly. I've watched.
So you think they've always bashed people evenly? There wasn't always men or dogs, the women talk shows, get a good man, can't find a good man.
When we talk about Ricky Lake and Jeannie Jones, that was their whole substance was dogging men.
But in Geraldo, Steve Harvey, they've been around even way before them. You know earlier on too, Pat. You seen that?
Yeah.
Now
you want to talk about bashing men? You got a whole show that's doing nothing but bashing women. That's super popular. Murray.
How new is it?
Murray.
That's bashing women.
How's it bashing women?
I'm not the you are the father. You're not the
So a
father.
woman got a bunch of kids. She don't know who her baby daddy is. She bashing herself.
Just saying, making women look bad. Okay, the men.
I kind of disagree with that one. She made herself look bad going on national television with seven unknown men.
You can say it. No, well, be word sensitive. We on YouTube Live.
Okay, guys. What's to say that the guys on the show aren't bashing themselves? Also, they on there for a reason, just like the women are on there.
You missing my point. I think there was no pushback, and the feathers didn't get ruffled until men start speaking up. There's like, oh, men want things too, or men have expectations in a relationship. They're just supposed to be quiet and provide. Now that there's forums for men to speak on, and we're giving pushback on things that we want, femininity, friendly, soft, like it's like we don't want to hear that. It's toxic because you got something to say about what you want. It was never called toxic before when we've been getting bashed for like 25 years straight. Plus, and going on and on and on.
I think it's how men go about expressing certain things, because when you talk about, like you just said, being friendly, like you go out and you're nice, and then it's like, oh, you too friendly, and then it's like, I
I'm-
don't understand what you want me to do. You know what I mean?
you please respond to that.
Yeah. What the thing is, when a man, an alpha male like myself, tries to tell a woman you controlling, you just have a certain standard for your woman. If she wearing shorts up her ass going out, and you don't want her in a section with, you know.
I think that's inappropriate. Anyway.
But a lot of women say,
In
"Oh,
general,
you just
whether you're in a
insecure.
relationship or not.
You insecure because I'm
Yeah.
wearing this." No, I just got a standard for my woman.
But let me ask you a question. When you met her, what did she have on?
Well,
If she had, when you
I don't
were,
care.
like,
You wasn't my
courting-
woman then.
Okay, but when you were like,
Let me
courting
respond
her,
to
dating
this.
her before you went
Wait.
into the relationship, how was she presented?
So
herself?
so
Well-
you put yourself, when I got a net, I catch my fish. I'm not gonna share it with nobody. Like, yeah, you put yourself in certain positions to attract a man, but once you secure that relationship, you don't move forward and put a price tag on yourself continuously. That's putting a price tag on yourself. You're still selling yourself. You have been purchased, and I say purchased because that's a way to understand. We are now in a relationship.
I have something to say.
Go ahead.
I think it's important if you want for any relationship, if you want your woman or your man to behave in a certain way before you even get to a certain point in your relationship, you have to set boundaries.
Mhm.
And if you don't want your woman wearing shorts out in the club, I'm sure you probably saw her wearing shorts out in the dating phase before y'all even got into a relationship. You should have said right then and there before you became monogamous that this ain't gonna work for me. I can't be in a relationship with you.
Have you
because
dated a black woman?
Huh?
Huh? Because you ain't my daddy. You don't tell me what the fuck to do. You know, like this.
You're not gonna dress me.
Don't put that just on black women.
No.
No.
He's
saying.
speaking to his own
Yeah, I'm
experience.
speaking my own experience.
That's when you.
I'll say women in
if you
general.
if that's a hard no for you and that's a boundary for you,
That's a
before you even get to
conversation that
the
needs to be
point, before you even get to the point where she starts saying, "Are you my daddy?" Da 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 da. You cut that shit short, so you never make it to there. You never get there because you know already that's not what I like. That's not what I want. She behaving and acting this way, so I know I'm not gonna move forward with this.
Let's be very clear. Let's be very clear about this. It is not well received these days when a man puts boundaries on a woman. You call it toxic. Y'all love throwing that around. Y'all call us narcissists. Y'all call us controlling. Y'all call us possessive. A woman has this dominant personality because it's promoted across music, TV. I'm a bad bitch. I'm independent. You carry yourself as a woman feminine. Just speaking back to what you said you told me to be friendly. We both know as adults that don't mean kikiing all up in other men's faces. That means you are friendly. If one of my homies or somebody I bring you around speaks to you, you carry yourself a certain way and you're friendly. You just not going around being friendly to every nigga around. You know what we mean when we say friendly. So let's not like try to act like we don't know what things mean. A woman uses certain buzz terms, gaslighting, controlling, possessive. You're not going to tell me what to do. We set these boundaries clear out the gate. We just get constant pushback. So what men are turning to now is that they just not going to say anything because they don't want to deal with the goddamn headache. That's what's happening. So that's what these forums talk about. Like, you want to take accountability, understand that's what men been dealing with, and there needs to be some accountability said that that's what women do. Do y'all disagree that women do that?
I disagree.
I disagree too. And I also feel like nowadays people don't take the time to get to know each other. So these conversations aren't being had
In the beginning.
prior to like establishing a committed relationship.
Yeah, exactly.
So once y'all are in that relationship, now y'all are still trying to learn each other, and then there's pushback because it's like, oh, it wasn't a problem before, but it's a problem now. But not realizing that these conversations and these situations haven't come up. So you haven't had the opportunity to, I don't want to say like adversity because it's not really like, you haven't had that opportunity to get through those instances if you don't take the time to get to know the person prior to being in a committed relationship with them.
You want to grab that?
Right, but it's certain things that we shouldn't have to talk about. You should know as an adult woman.
Let them finish.
You should know as an adult woman that's disrespectful, or you should know as a woman. Well, I shouldn't have to have a conversation. Let's have a conversation about how you dressing. You wearing basically nothing. Why should I have a conversation? You in a relationship, you should know. I'm not your father. You know, you should know that that's inappropriate.
Yeah.
I would like to
you-
address that.
Go ahead.
Okay. We all know that just people are dynamic. You don't know where people come from. You don't know how they was raised. You don't know what kind of environment they've been in. You don't know what type of people they dated in the past. And those all have bearings on how a person acts. Not only how they act in a relationship, but how they act in their daily life. So yes, some women may need to be told, this is what I expect from you as my wife. Just like some men need to be told by a woman, this is what I expect from you as my husband. How else are they supposed to know? Common sense for one person is not common sense for another person, based off of how you were raised, the environment you came up in, the people you associate with. So yeah, you may have to say that.
This is the my bad. Go ahead.
No.
This is the thing. This is a big thing about not taking accountability. I don't think he said this, and I don't think I said this. We didn't say y'all don't need to be told. As soon as we said this is what we got an issue with, what y'all do is it wasn't a problem before. We telling you. Well, you met me out like this. Well, we're together now, okay? And I'm telling you, this is what it's gonna be. And what y'all return with is, well, it wasn't a problem before. That's pushback. We are telling you what we want.
All women
And when
don't
we
carry
start,
themselves to the same standard either.
but do you see what I'm saying?
Something I might
And then
find
and
inappropriate,
what?
another woman might feel like it's not.
Let me land my plane real quick. What happens is y'all want to play the little dance, dip, and twirl game. Y'all want to be like, well, people was all raised different and everybody not the same. I'm telling you what I am expecting from you. What y'all do is hide behind things instead of taking accountability. Okay, this is my man. He telling me this is what it's gonna be like. This is what he don't want. I'm gonna do it because it's my man. Y'all want to think of every other reason why you want me to do it. It wasn't a problem before. People raised different. You don't know what I went through my past relationships. You're here now with me.
Okay,
You want to
if
respond to
wanna
that?
change, then leave. If she doesn't want to change to what you're requesting, then you leave.
Yeah, I said it in the
Yeah,
beginning.
it's-
Okay, so you
I
just
said
you
it.
gonna break up family up?
Don't have kids with somebody that you don't know.
We know that you could leave, but we know it's very simple, right? But we're talking about what happens. We're talking about what happens, and that's the majority of the time what happens. Y'all don't see this happening.
Not me. But I don't date a lot and I haven't been in a lot of relationships, so I can't really like.
All right, anybody got anything to add? I'm gonna move on.
You go ahead.
All right, there's a popular word that gets thrown around out there. This is gonna be very case sensitive. It's narcissism, narcissistic. Okay. Do y'all feel like in nature, if you look up the definition, narcissism, you'll see in the definition that it says, most commonly found in men. So why do you think it says that? What's your definition of a narcissist?
I don't know why it says that, but my definition of a narcissistic is somebody that pretty much manipulates people to get what they want or to get people to view them in the way that they want to be viewed.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of different traits, right?
Yeah.
What you think about it in a relationship? Do you think it's common in relationships, people doing that to people?
I don't think it's common.
Yeah. Pat?
No, I think it's common. I think a narcissist is somebody, like we just used the word accountability. No matter what, they can't never admit they wrong.
Yeah.
Even they'll double talk or whatever they got to do, and
Don't fold
it's
your
always
arms.
somebody else's fault for whatever decision or whatever they going through. It's not, they don't have accountability. It's always somebody else's fault.
I got this weird theory. I think a lot of people can have narcissistic traits. That don't make them a whole full narcissist.
Yeah.
First of all, like certain CEOs, politicians, and I think a lot of men do carry narcissistic traits, and women do as well. I'm gonna put the video up because I saved it. But y'all ever been out to the club and you'll see? I've never seen y'all do this really like that. But y'all ever been out to the club and y'all see a group of girls out together and they just stand in the mirror for about an hour straight watching themselves dance?
Yes.
Have you ever seen a man do that?
I have.
But is it common? But is it common? Is it common?
I've never seen a man do that.
If you go down on Dirty, they got the mirrors everywhere, and you see a group of girls, they just in the mirror looking at themselves dancing for about 45 minutes to an hour straight. And if a man come up and approach them, gentleman like, I'm good, I'm okay. What do you think about that behavior? Who can sit up there for 45 minutes to an hour straight and just look at themselves? You don't think that's narcissistic behavior?
No.
Admiring themselves. So you got dolled up to go outside and go. You can do that at home in the bathroom.
Yeah, that's true. I think it's more of an attention seeking.
You can also
from yourself.
You can also
Not necessarily
you
from
can't- you
myself,
se-
but from other people. And I feel like when they do that, they're wanting people to like look at them and say something to them, so that when they do, then they can be like,
What does that have to do with narcissism?
You
I don't
don't.
think it's narcissistic.
You don't see the
I
quote.
think it's just
You don't think it takes kind of like a some type of strange mind to even want to or behave like that? That's pretty self-absorbed to be able to even do that for that long.
It is.
What you think about that, Pat?
It's uncomfortable.
I had a
I don't know. I like.
I had a conversation with my girlfriend one time, and we were talking about her Instagram because I'm nowhere in the Instagram, and she's taking, and she has like 1,000 pictures, and she says, "Oh, I just take these pictures for me."
Oh shit.
And my disagreement was, you're not. You taking it for the
Validation.
public.
Validation.
For validation, to get likes and everything else.
Would y'all believe me if I told y'all that validation to women is like the same thing sex is to men?
I would 100% agree.
So how dangerous is an Instagram account for a man to him when his woman has an Instagram account? How dangerous is it? It's not the same. For his ego. See, again, you're doing it. Instead of saying it's dangerous, you putting it back on the man's ego. When you just said, listen, hold on, let me land my plane.
Doing it, yeah.
When you just said that attention to woman is the same thing as sex to a man. And when I asked you, is that dangerous to a man for a woman to have his Instagram? You brought up our ego when you admitted that attention is like sex. Do you see the lack of accountability here?
Can I say why I'm saying that though? Because for a woman, validation doesn't have to only come from a man. It can come from anybody, a woman or
You
a man.
proving my point even further.
But you're talking about sex. That's different.
I asked you a question. I said, do you believe that validation to a woman is like sex to a man? So now I got to worry about women and men and the mailman and the nigga at your job and all 30 million people watching on Instagram.
Okay.
You're talking about like
Intimacy.
You're talking about the feeling that you get, like the chemical reaction that your brain gets from that particular.
Men don't
experience.
don't feel the same. We first of all, we don't get that kind of validation and attention.
That's not true.
Not
No,
to the capacity of women do. No, our DM gonna be bone dry. I bet you can open up your DM right now. You would disagree because you a woman.
Jasmine, do you understand right now?
I can open up my DM
No.
right now and what?
No,
It's
it-
gonna be thirsty niggas
no.
all up in
I can-
there
I
unless
can
you
prove
clear
I'm
them
wrong.
out.
Right now, me and you went to a bar, and I stood in the bar, and you stood on the bar. How many women you think gonna come up and ask me for a drink? Exactly.
Ask you if you want to drink.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, do you want a drink? Exactly.
I mean, I guess it's just a
No, it's not
situation.
gonna happen.
Because I mean, there's been times where I've been out. And
Are y'all this naive?
No, I understand what you're saying. Yes, that's true.
I think-
But I'm saying also, there's times where I've been out where I will go and ask a girl like if she wanted to have a drink with us, or like.
But you throwing a one off.
I think
But
that.
I'm just
But
saying.
but basically, what he's saying is, it's still you guys get maybe 80 to 1 more attention than we get. It's easy for y'all. For a man to get a bunch of women, he got to have something devilish,
That takes
suave
skill.
about himself. It's skill.
That's skill.
A woman ain't got to do nothing but put on some clothes and go sit there and say, yeah, I want to go home with you.
Do y'all think it's attractive when a man can pull a bunch of women? Be honest.
No.
No. Why when you go to the club and you got that rich dude or the dude in VIP, why you think all the women gather around him and not the dude lonely over in the corner if it's not attractive?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not interested in the hype. I'm sorry. I think a lot of women. I think women go over.
Let's speak in general. Do you think most women want the number one guy? Yes or no?
Of course. What's considered
Most
the number
men
one
want
guy?
the number one woman.
No, they don't.
No. So okay, let me give you a scenario. Do you think what's more likely, me dating a guy dating a hot chick at McDonald's or the woman dating a hot dude at McDonald's? Which one is more, and taking them seriously? Which one's more probable?
I don't know. I mean, it just depends on how fine he is.
I ain't talking about smashing. I'm talking about taking him serious.
I think it's more like.
Which one's more probable?
I think it's more probable for the woman to date the hot guy at McDonald's than the guy that dates the
Do you want to get
What?
kicked off this panel? So now you just being
You know, ain't no woman a dude trying to holler at you through a Burger King drive-thru. You gonna look at his ass like, what, please?
It's common say that fucking. Sorry, I didn't mean to say that.
That's okay. You can
The women are likely to take care of bum niggas. How you think women running around?
I said-
bum baby daddies.
No. Slow down here. In general, okay, we're looking for what we want. Which one is more probable, okay? The woman dating the cashier guy, or that's really hot, or not sleeping with, but taking it serious, starting a family, going long term, or the man dating the hot cashier. Which one is more probable? Jasmine, answer.
I already said the man dating the cashier.
Why?
Because
Just you can say it. It's okay. Nobody's gonna cancel you.
no, he said I'm gonna cancel you. No, I just feel, and I don't think it like for me, it's not like money. I think it's more like like an intimidation factor.
You know what I like to pay attention to? Women always do this. They're ambitious, goal oriented. It's not about money for me, but I'm gonna bring up money first in a different way. Just say it's okay. You're not gonna take him serious because you don't feel like he'll be able to take care of your family. That's what it is. That's naturally, biologically.
If you're trying to make a career out of being at McDonald's, baby, that ain't gonna cut it.
Yeah,
Exactly.
But
You
you
telling
just
the
said it didn't matter to you. It
It
does,
don't matter.
but it does matter.
Yeah, it matters. We got your answer. It
Yeah,
matters.
it matters.
We're on you now, Shola.
Yeah, because you're not gonna, see no.
But
no
that's what I'm saying is when I say like your goals and ambition, the reason why I say it matters is because it's not your dream to be a cashier at McDonald's.
It might be.
Okay, then
Do you know what? But the man ain't even thinking about that. We're visual creatures. What the first thing we notice is how hot is she, and like he said, peace, and she gonna carry herself in a feminine way. So you said it would be more probable for what? Which one would be more probable? You sticking to your first answer?
Yeah, I think that it's more likely to see a woman taking care of niggas being a cashier.
For real?
what
He ain't even gonna get the chance.
Yeah.
The only way. Hold up. No. Let me go back to what she just said. The only way
They would have
that
to meet
woman gonna be
outside of
taking care of that nigga,
McDonald's.
she got low self-esteem.
And they got to meet
And
outside of McDonald's.
Yeah,
They got to
Yeah,
meet
ain't no
outside of
way.
McDonald's. She had to find out after the fact. She got to meet him at the club or something, and he runs some
they
game.
find out
And
later,
then Mickey
and
D's
it's
come up
like,
later.
Yeah.
That's how they all end up in those situations. But if you get the opportunity to see at a glance, you're gonna skip that 9 times out of 10. Women gonna skip that.
Because we look for two different things. We look for beauty. Y'all look for security.
Yeah.
Somebody that can take care, handle business, and do that. We look for beauty.
Can I ask a question? Like when you say, oh, like y'all look for security. So, question: if I can provide all of that for myself, and I have no expectation for a man to I'm not gonna ask a man to give me something that I know that I can give myself. Type thing.
Yeah, but you still
Let-
want a
see,
man that has
Let
something.
me. Can I jump in?
Yeah.
That's the problem. That's why we having these issues. That's why these conversations are important. Women have gotten so accustomed to I can provide for myself. I got my degree. I make a lot of money. And that's why you see a lot. Let me finish. That's why you see a lot of unhappy women towards the end, late 30s, late 40s, because they like, they done trained them. So I don't need a man. When biologically, nobody wants to be alone. You do need a man. You do need a family. It's not about the material. That's why when a woman gets in a relationship and has a lot of money financially, it's always going to be her money. Biologically, we want to provide for you. We want it to be our money. You ain't gonna hear a man say, "I can provide for myself. I don't need no woman. I can already give it to myself." That attitude has to go away. It has to go away.
From what I'm saying. What I'm saying is I'm not going to ask a man for something that I cannot provide for myself. Do I want a partner that's able to take care of me? Yes, 100%. But at the same time, it's not an expectation for me to be in a relationship with a man solely based on the money that he has.
Then why did you say a career at McDonald's ain't gonna cut it, baby?
Because you have to want more for yourself.
What if that's what he happy
What
there?
if
And that's just not for me.
And there's a reason why it's not for you.
It's not for money, but then
Yeah, see, they hide behind them.
Okay.
I worked at
Can I
McDonald's.
say something?
Go ahead, let Pat go.
hold up, can I
and then
say
we'll
something?
go to you, Shola.
Because this happens a lot. Because that's what we because women finish college 70% more than men do, and they all have careers and they making more money than men. And see what you just said, because they make money and they got money. But let me explain something to you. if the lights went out right now, we had a blackout right here in Austin, and you stayed by yourself, and somebody was banging on your door, are you gonna call a woman cop or are you gonna call a man?
I'm gonna go get what's up in the closet.
They
No,
always
no,
do.
no, no. I'm saying but
We're
but,
just
be,
talking about
but being
homes
for
and
real,
houses.
but being for real. Do you understand if we had a blackout and we went back to caveman eras, you know, every woman here they wouldn't care about a man money. They'd be caring about a man for
What
security.
he's supposed to do? Yeah.
That,
Go-
but
go
that's
ahead.
The thing. Yes, I understand what you're saying as far as security, but security does not necessarily mean financial. And the questions that you're asking are solely basing security on finance.
No, it's
No.
not. Let's be very
I'm
clear.
just saying, like, but the women say, I don't need a man. I'm going back to that. I don't need a man for
Nobody
nothing.
said that.
So, Charlotte, go ahead. What you got?
I think that the whole women being able to take care of their self thing, culturally as Black women, when women say I've been a strong woman, I can take care of myself, that doesn't equate to I don't need a man.
Thank you.
That equates to whether or not I have a man, I am able to take care of myself.
Why they the only one
So-
saying that?
Have
Why
you
you think
been-
it's
have
so
you ever
common in
dated a
that
man?
space?
Well, the reason why Black women are saying that because that's how we were raised. We were raised by women. We were raised to do what we need to do, irregardless.
So,
of
being an
whether or
adult,
not-
you were raised to take care of
Can
yourself.
I finish?
Go ahead.
Irregardless of whether or not a man is there, am I gonna be able to take my car to get an oil change? Am I gonna be able to maintain my household as a woman by myself? Because throughout the history of time, supposedly the relationship looks like there's a man and there's a woman, and the man does to hold down the household, and the woman's responsibility is over here to keep the household together. So when a woman say I can do it by myself and I don't need a man, she means like, as far as like history, I can do these things on my own, and I don't need a man in my house for me to survive and live and be able to maintain on my own. Not that I don't need a man to financially support me, but I don't need a man to be able to maintain my life by myself. And as far as money goes,
Okay, I'm finna respond to you. You said a lot. Let's think about this for a minute here. We all can admit that this is very popular in the Black space.
Yeah.
You see a lot of Black women doing this. I'm not saying other ethnicities don't do it, but typically more Black women. You're not gonna see a bunch of Asian women doing it, a bunch of Indian women doing it. You're not gonna see it's popular here in this space. Okay, cool. You can do that stuff on your own, right? We get it. You made an announcement that you don't need a man. But when you say, like you said, I don't need a man, I'm not talking about in a relationship. I'm talking about I don't need a man to change my oil, change my tires. I can do that on my own. You just said that. I'm not finished.
I didn't say not in a relationship. No, solely in a relationship.
You said when I say I don't need a man, I'm talking about those things. I'm not talking about romantically. You said that, right? That's what you said.
I never said nothing about romance. I said
Am I getting it right? What you meant?
What I mean is that when I say I don't need a man, I mean that I can survive without a man. And when I do get a man, it's not because I need him to take care of me. It's because I want him there.
Okay.
Not because I need him to survive.
Think about this. You want a man at any point?
Yeah.
Do you think a man ever want to hear that? Ever? Do you ever think a man, any type of man that's seriously vetting his wife, ever even want to hear you say, I don't need a man?
I'm not the type of person that'll say that.
But you
I'm
just
sure
said
they
it
don't.
here on the podcast.
No, I wouldn't say that to my man.
I'm trying to get you to, I'm trying to use you as a vessel to help Black women change this
I'm
narrative.
sorry,
Let me finish. Let me finish. That whole I don't need a man for whatever reason ain't gonna cut it. I don't care what it's for. Whether you say it about the oil change, I can survive. Good, you're an adult. If I'm by myself, I'm gonna have to figure out how to survive. Good for you. No, I'm still talking. Kudos. I'm by myself, so I don't need you. I promise I'm gonna figure it out. That's great. But at the end of the day, you want to be in a relationship. Most people don't want to be alone. And one of the phrases that probably need to go out the window is I don't need a man for whatever reason. We don't care. We didn't ask you. We're trying to see what's up so we can do this family thing. We didn't ask you if you needed a man.
Okay. And women are trying to let men know that you need to step your game up when it comes to being in a relationship with women. Because guess what? The things that you bring into me that you're supposedly offering me, I can get those things without you necessarily being here.
You think we don't?
I don't need you.
You think we don't know?
I don't know.
That's why stepping back
I
into
don't
your
know.
femininity is important. Ladies, y'all hear from the men if y'all trying to get a man. I'm telling you.
My girlfriend
Get
makes
rid of that phrase.
$100,000+ a year. You know, like and she got money. She don't need me for no money, but I still do because it's the man thing to do. But exactly when the temper starts, that's the first thing that comes out the mouth.
Yeah.
I don't need no man.
Why?
That is the most killing thing.
Because women feel like men think that you need me for security, you need me for this, so we women, I think, I don't know, not me, this is just my thought, women are letting you know that whether or not you're here, you fucking up, and whether or not you're here, I'll be all right.
What is your purpose on earth?
Real quick.
God put women to be with men.
Real quick. Can I ask you a question? How the fuck we gonna compete with that? If your attitude is I don't need no man, how am I ever gonna step my game up? You always gonna see it and say you don't need me for shit. I can survive on my own. I don't need a man. How is that? Your attitude has to change. Whether you can figure it out with me or not, if your attitude, you need to step your game up, but then I don't need no man, I can get it done without you, how would I ever appease you?
The point is that men think that women, I guess the view of women is that men think that a woman needs them for security and financial things only and sexual only, but a woman. No, a woman needs a man for other things. I need him to make me feel feminine. I need him to make me feel... Yes.
No.
Yes.
Yes. Wait. You got something?
I just want to circle back to the black space and black women. We're going to have to get up off of black women, first of all, because black women are constantly being bashed for every single wrongdoing for every woman. Mm-hmm. But then you circle back and you go to these other races and different ethnicities that also date black men, and it makes it okay for them. But only people want to say anything is about a black woman. So one, let's circle back to that and get up off black women, because it's not just black women, okay? We're going to say that whatever y'all are speaking on is all women, not just generally black women, okay? Mm-hmm. So also, with that being said, because black women are constantly being bashed, we are constantly having to defend ourselves from these very single issues that we're all having, because everybody thinks that that's how all black women are. And it's not just men, it's also bled into other women that also think the same way about black people. So if you are constantly being attacked about X, Y, and Z on a daily basis, you are constantly in defense mode. So when I come home, I don't want to hear that from my man.
Okay, so let me reply to that. First of all, nobody has been attacked, and we made it very clear. Shola is actually the one who said, as a black woman. So I was able to respond to that because she said, as a black woman. We kept it on black women because she said, as a black woman, A. And B, I made it very clear. I said, all women do this, but do you agree is it more commonly seen in black spaces? You said, yes, it is, but this is why. So there was no attacks. She agreed with me that it's most commonly in black spaces with women. And she said the reason why we have to do this, and I responded to those things. So there was no attacks. There was nothing like that.
I'm not saying that you are attacking. I'm saying, generally speaking, these are constant attacks that black women have to constantly deal with. So, like, it's frustrating because, like, there's been instances that, like, with men that I've been involved with, and then it's like, oh, I don't date black women. And then when I say, oh, I'm black, it's like, oh, but you're different. What makes me any different than another black woman?
We're not talking about that, though.
You making it personal.
Yeah, you getting it all.
We're talking about the overall. We talking about like the big picture, not
just
we're not
our
putting
personal
it on.
experience.
There was no. Do you feel like there was an attack on black women?
No, I'm just giving my point of view as far as like.
Sister black.
Yeah.
You know, we
care about this because we want to see a change and we think our relationships can be better.
This is what I think. Just to put like a pin in the whole relationship thing and going back and forth about, you know, expectations of this person and that person. And I've said this to you before. I think all these standards that the media, podcasts, and social media are putting on what a relationship is supposed to look like is extremely superficial and toxic, and that's why we don't see people getting married or staying in lasting relationships no more, because they're holding their expectations to like blanket it on everyone. This is what women's role is, and this is what men's role is in a relationship. I think that you should set healthy boundaries for yourself when you go into the dating scene. When you first meet someone in the dating scene, stick to those boundaries, know what you want, and then as soon as those things red flags show up for you, walk away. And that way we won't be in this space. And no one else can tell you what you expect out of your relationship. Only you know what you expect out of your relationship. And, don't let everyone else influence what you want. You date out of love, not based off of what everyone else is telling you what a woman's role is and what a man's role is. You date based off of what is right for you in your life.
This is the thing, to respond to that. The unfortunate thing is it's always been a problem before podcasts, before radio, before music. I would like to see a lot of more healthy. I'm black, so I speak to my black people first. I would like to see the relationships get better. You need to be responsible for what you consume and how you take that. Everybody's responsible for what they consume. You're going to always have TV, you're going to have podcasts, you're going to have radio, you're going to have opinions. What I hope happens here when we have these discussions is that women get interested in what men have to say and what we want and not take it as a tax. Because we actually care about what y'all want and it's important. We may not always have the best delivery. We may say things or certain words that are triggering to y'all, but at the end of the day, we're using this platform. The Map Social uses this platform to have an open forum, to have healthy discussions, because somebody might see this and take something from it like, dang, I didn't think about it like that. And it might change the narrative for the positive. It's not toxic. It's not holding anybody back. That shit's going to happen regardless. You can't stop media. And it was always a problem before. So why not have a forum where we can get together in a control space, hear his opinion as a man, hear my opinion as a man, black man, whatever, Chinese man, whatever, your opinion as a black woman, white woman, whoever, Hispanic, whatever, and then take that and be like, okay, that's an interesting perspective. You don't feel like that's a possibility or a way to do it in a healthy way?
I do think that it could be helpful and healthy, but I guess the problem is that too many people make decisions on their relationships solely based off of that.
Yeah. That's their responsibility.
100%. And then that also leads back to what I was saying previously, communication. These things need to be communicated before you decide to establish a committed relationship with this person. Get to know someone before you jump headfirst into a relationship.
Or better than that, get to know yourself and what you really want out of a relationship before you get into a relationship.
Okay. What she just said, communication, but you got to have reciprocation also. I can communicate to you all day, but if you don't reciprocate what I'm saying and you're not paying attention to what I'm saying, that's a big deal. Yeah. In the back, what you were saying, you never know somebody. I done been in so many situations where, like you said, you need to know. You'll never know nobody, man. You could date somebody for 12 years and then y'all move in together and you find out this person ain't even the damn person that I dated for 12 years. You're
right about that. You will never know anybody completely, but you always know yourself. And what you want, and what your standards are, and what your boundaries are. And like I said before, as soon as somebody start crossing the line, you start seeing red flags, you got to let it go right away. You got to give up on it. You got to just say, you know what, this ain't going to work for me. It's not what I want.
Like it's so easy.
It is that easy.
In certain situations, I've seen women be with men and dog them out and did this because the love.
I was going to say, love ain't easy at all, though.
Yeah, you taking out the L. Because you said yourself you hadn't been in a long-term relationship?
I have been in a long-term relationship.
Have you ever seen red flags with your dude?
Listen.
Did you leave it?
Yeah, I mean, no.
See, exactly.
Let me finish. Okay. I was in a long-term relationship, one long-term relationship when I was 19 years old. I'm 40 years old now. I've done a lot of changing and growing and thinking and seeing about what I want. Now, I would never do that. But at the time, I would, I didn't know any better. But now that I took time out for myself and really thought about what I want out of a relationship and what I think a relationship is supposed to look like for me, no, I wouldn't. I would leave immediately. Or I wouldn't get so far into a relationship to where it would be hard for me to leave.
The thing about it is, let me just say this. Go ahead. We love women. We love y'all. We just want, the only thing, and I'm speaking as a man, the only thing we want from women is those three things that I told you. Y'all might have 30,000 things for us. Oh, he got to be tall, he got to have money, he got to have this.
Not me.
No.
But that's the norm.
It is the norm, but not me.
But all a man really wants is somebody to really love him and loyal.
I think a lot of women want that also. I do honestly think, I think the list is superficial. A lot of women make these lists and they say these things, but they don't really actually live by them. I think they want security. I think they want security as far as I feel safe. A lot of women want to be able to feel soft and feminine.
We can't do that for you. We have
No.
no place in that doing
What
that.
if I
For
said,
you.
The way you can do that for me, the way you can do the way that you can do that for a woman is taking the pressure off of her when she.
You're proving our point. You're proving our point. You
What
realize
point?
that, right?
I'm not talking about
How do we
financially.
take the pressure off you? How?
By-
As a man.
By helping out around the house, making me feel like I don't have to always be the strength and everything. Just
You
like you
want me
said,
to-
just like you said earlier that you want your woman to cheer you on. A woman wants the same thing.
But you see the word you're using? The strength. Take the pressure off of me. Man not gonna say that when we speak about a woman. Soft, feminine. That's something you naturally step into your own. And for me to lift that weight off of you, do the heavy manly duties around the house, because that's what you're talking about. You ain't gonna give a damn you walk in the house and I'm fucking doing the dishes. You gonna be like, cool, oh, thank you for helping me out.
I will.
But if I'm fixing some shit around the house, I'm just speaking in general. The words you use, strength, take the pressure off of me. Those are the, like, I cannot make you feel feminine.
Yeah, you can. A man can always
I
make
can-
a
I
woman
can
feel.
compliment
A
you.
man can always
I can
make a
compliment you.
woman feel more
I can
feminine.
compliment you. I can make you feel comfortable in your own skin, make you feel confident, and all of that good stuff. That might play a part to it, but you have to be able to step into your femininity.
Can you make a man feel manly?
Yes.
How?
I don't
Is
know.
either born in him
My
or
thing-
it's not?
I
though
think you
is-
can. A man can. It can level each other out. A woman can definitely make a man feel more feminine
You know how you make
by
me feel
doing
manly?
certain
A man
things.
feel feminine?
Listen,
I mean,
listen.
more masculine, more masculine, more
Listen,
masculine.
this
And
is-
a man can make a woman feel more
Let me grab some
feminine.
control. I'm not trying to disrespect. I'm grabbing some control.
Okay.
This is what we have to understand, y'all. The way you make us feel manly is by being feminine. The way I make you feel feminine is by me being manly. Biologically, that is how this works.
Okay. Well, then
But a
you
lot of
just
men
said
have
it.
picked up more feminine traits, and that's how y'all be
And a lot
acting
of
out here in
women-
these
and a
streets
lot of
now.
women, what number need you for? If I can buy myself a car, and I don't need, I can fix and change
So
the
then
car.
wear the pants so I can
Yeah.
keep wearing
See?
my panties.
All right,
Golly.
I'm grabbing some control. We're going around. I want to get off this heavy topic and have
Yeah.
a little bit of fun before we close out the show. You want to leave any learning lessons, final thoughts? Leave some people with something. What have you learned here? What would you say moving forward? What outlook? What you want to leave them with? Final thoughts, Chad.
I would just say with anything, like, be open-minded. Don't let social media or other people's influence dictate how you decide how you're going to be in a relationship or how you pick your partner.
Yep.
Because at the end of the day, like, nobody is going to be in that relationship with them other than you. So you have to make that decision for yourself.
Y'all heard her here first. She said, delete y'all Instagram accounts, women. If y'all That's all she's saying. Shola?
I think you should just love for love. Love people for their.
So you one of them hippie type bras.
I guess you could
Boy.
say that.
You like the Stones, the hippie. We just love freely.
Yeah, you just
Just run
love.
around in the woods and shit.
You don't put
Love
stipulations.
is gonna fall in your lap, ain't it?
I think you shouldn't put a whole bunch of stipulations on what a relationship should look like before getting into it. If you really care about somebody, be based off of who they are, regardless of what they have or what they do. If they make you feel good and make you feel like how you want to be filled, and they give you what you need to be happy, then that's just it.
I'm gonna call you out because you said don't put stipulations, but you need to set boundaries earlier on. Those are two of the same things.
Boundaries for yourself. What that mean?
So those
What
stipulations.
boundaries look like for you? Now, like, okay, what I mean is, like, you could be in a relationship because you love somebody, and then they cheat on you. Yeah, that's a boundary. I don't want nobody cheating on me.
Okay, so Pat, what you
First,
got?
I would just have to ask the women. First, you just gotta ask yourself, do I want to be married?
I
And
do.
if you don't, then that's fine. But if you do want to get a husband, that's like fishing. You gonna listen to the fish or the fisherman? Because the black men are trying to tell the women what the problem is, and women are constantly saying, no, that's not the problem.
Yeah.
It's this.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Wait, no. With this final thought, so
Oh, sorry.
I'm not gonna let. We're not gonna
Yeah.
get back into it. It's final thoughts. That was it. That you.
Yeah, I mean, and you know, just
I want y'all to think about what he said. Say it one more time.
yeah. If you trying to catch a fish, are you gonna talk to the fisherman or the fish?
the
And
fish.
then you said something very important. When we tell them what we want and what we need, what happens?
Yeah. They
What
say,
happens when we do that? They're like, that ain't the problem.
yeah, that ain't
It
the
is.
problem. No, it's this.
You trying to tell us what we want, and I agree,
But like I just said,
I agree with
I
him
understand
also, but it goes both ways.
yeah. So we're not gonna get back into that. We
It goes
already
both
know
ways.
the first
It goes-
way how it went.
it goes both
This
ways.
man speaking up is new, and it's triggering. It's trigger season.
It
out
goes
here.
both. It goes
I
both
already
ways.
know.
It goes both ways.
It's always went both ways.
Yeah.
See that you are the prime accountability non-taker. You know why?
I'm
I'ma tell you
perfect.
why.
I don't need to take
I'ma tell you
accountability
why.
for anything I
Because
do. Everything I do.
instead of taking in what he said,
I took in what he
listen,
said. I'm
instead of
listening to
using
you.
that to water the flowers, you like, but it goes both ways. It goes both ways. Let's not forget though. But it goes
I'm not
both ways.
responding to him though. I'm responding to you.
But all I did was agree with him.
No,
Yeah, that's what happened.
you didn't. No,
Hey,
we
you
can watch
see
the
what
video back.
happens?
We
It
watch the
goes
video
both ways.
back.
Okay, so we're gonna move to a fun segment, and we're gonna close it out. We was happy to entertain y'all tonight because I know that's gonna look.
We
just
didn't
crazy.
get your final thought though.
Oh yeah, Jude.
My
No, we
final
don't need
thought-
his final thought. We already know what it is.
Okay, so I got a final thought for y'all. I think everybody made valid points, but I kind of made my final thought earlier. If y'all want a man, if you don't want a man, hey, kudos to you. Enjoy your cat, your dog, your fish, or your homegirl, because it's gonna be one of those. But if you want a man, understand that we want you back. But when we start speaking, we want it to be a safe space for us too. We want you to kind of take in what we're saying. It's not an attack. It's for y'all to learn and understand us and how our minds work, because we're pretty fucking simple. We're pretty standard, easy to please. It may sound complex to you, but we don't want much. So kind of take this into consideration, dissect how you ever want to dissect it. But I hope y'all got some good information here tonight. I'm not going to try to tell you what to do, but I think some gems was dropped here. It's up to you to find them. We're going to switch over to Drink They Bathwater. So we have a segment called Drink They Bathwater. We're going to go around the circle, have some fun, then we're going to close it out. Drink They Bathwater is somebody that you really admire, got a crush on, you think is sexy, fine, they just doing their thing. Everything about them is just on point. We're going to go around the circle. It can be a celebrity. It can be the nigga that you saw at Starbucks today. We're going to go around, and you got to let us know who bathwater you drinking and why, and keep it short. Who bathwater are you drinking these days, Jasmine?
I ain't drinking no bath water these
Nope, you
days.
got to get
I ain't drinking no water.
You gotta get
I'm not drinking no water.
It could be a celeb. Keep it light.
That's crazy because nobody is coming to mind.
Same.
I'm.
Ooh, women get on my nerve.
I mean,
she probably
I,
shuffled through 45 niggas just now.
I'm like, ooh, dang, who bathwater
Come
I
on,
want to
give
drink
the
right
audience
now?
something.
Dang. Can we circle back to me?
Okay. Shoulder.
I don't know.
No celebrity does it for you. Nobody.
There's a lot of them. I can't think of no. You put me on a spot.
Pat,
Um.
Shoulder, you gonna give us somebody?
All right, Saquon.
Saquon.
Ooh, Saquon. Them thick thighs and
Okay,
oh
hold on
yeah.
now, slow down.
Oh my bad.
Okay, so Saquon Barkley, formerly the New York Giants.
Don't say it now.
Now the Philadelphia Eagles in the Super Bowl. Why Saquon?
He thick and strong, and then the legs and the thigh meat.
So you like everything from the neck down. You didn't say nothing about his face.
He cute or whatever.
Cute.
Oh
Yeah, he got a body.
So you like them stumpy niggas.
No.
She's still on that body. He got a body. Every time you say somebody's face, he got a body.
He sound like a dude, don't you? So you like the thick thighs?
Thick thighs save lives.
Okay,
Thick in the thighs, thick
Javin
in the
drinking
thighs.
Saquon's bathwater. Check it off.
I still don't got
You had
nobody.
enough time.
I don't know anyone. I don't look at TV.
It don't gotta be TV. Just quit capping.
I don't know no people. I don't leave the house.
So you trying to tell me as much TV as you watch, don't try to act like you don't. Ain't nobody did it for you recently.
No.
Wah, wah, wah.
I can't think of nobody right now, at least.
She's drowned in her own bathwater, y'all. We're crossing her off the list. Pat,
LOL.
you gotta do this. Go ahead and get in trouble when you get back to the house. Go ahead and get in trouble.
I'm gonna have to say Beyonce.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, man.
Might as well say nobody.
The most safe bet ever.
Okay.
All right, why you drinking Beyonce bad boy?
I really can't think of nobody.
Sexiness with
Yeah.
elegance.
Damn.
What is it?
She's sexy with elegance.
Okay.
Not ratchet with it, just enough sex appeal with elegance.
I think she drives a bone with no personality.
Damn.
Well, I mean, I would have to agree.
No
I
personality.
mean, I don't know. I ain't
Hateful.
talk to her.
She's
I don't
pretty.
know if-
Even just what I see, I think.
I mean, I would have gave you Kelly, but
Yeah, she's just a
Beyonce.
safe. She's so safe. Like she don't really. She is feminine, I guess, but we don't even know. It's almost like robotic to me with Beyonce.
Well, I thought we were just going on looks.
Okay, you giving your reason. I'm not arguing.
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah,
arguing.
yeah.
You
Okay,
giving your
yeah.
reason.
I mean, I don't.
He
you
from
know,
H-Town. He said
she-
Beyonce, the elegance, and what else?
Classy.
All right, I like him ratchet.
Oh,
I'm drinking Lotto's bathwater.
oh,
Oh, Lord.
hell no.
I like a thick, like my sister. I guess you run the family. I like a thick, just yellow red bone. Just kind of like, just has that essence of ghetto, but you can tell she got that femininity there too. And ratchet at the right time, but step back into that femininity at the right time. So I'm drinking Lotto's bathwater, thick, fine, and sexy. Shout out to her. Y'all know what it is. It's the Map Social presents the Dirty Laundry Podcast. I hope y'all enjoyed this episode. Watch the next videos. Subscribe, like, comment, boost up our following. We doing our thing. We doing this for y'all. And I appreciate y'all being here tonight.
Ooh.
Said, I guess they're running a family.
I really can't think of nobody. I can't think of one famous
And then I
person.
thought about Pina afterwards. Ooh.